Hey, it's Sunday morning. What is today? The 10th of June. And we got our first plant from Amazon that I've ever ordered, Amazon Prime. And I'm in our kitchen. And Alexa, we have several rooms with the Alexa devices in the rooms. And so we have music and stereo kind of scenario here. So far, we like Alexa. It seems to be just perfect for our homestead here. And anyway, the plant came, and what it is, it's stevia. And my wife and I both decided we want to live healthy. And so on our homestead here, we are going to educate ourselves on to try to see what it's going to take to grow stevia and to harvest our own healthy sugar. So this is what it's all about. So I'm going to show you what we have. So this morning the ring around our Alexa dot was lit up, and so I says, okay, what's the status of our notifications? And she responded and said, your plant has arrived, which we knew was stevia. And this is how it came. This is the box that it was in. There it is. It's wilted, but you know they say it's going to be wilted. I don't know quite where it came from, but it's not here in Texas. And so there's the directions. There's the scissors that I opened the box with, and it says to place the plant in water for 1 hour and then plant immediately. Well, I don't really, we don't even have the vase or anything or potting soil, so I'm going to do that. We're about ready to head out to church in about another hour and a half. So I'm going to place, got this thing of water right here, and I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to plant that. Not plant it, but I'm going to place it in the water and time it for 1 hour. And then I'm going to go out in our front porch and just pull up some dirt out of that mess we have in the front and temporarily plant this thing and put it out on the front porch. And then after our church thing is over with early this afternoon, we'll get a regular vase and the correct soil to put this in. So this is our very first stevia plant, June 10th, 2010. I just took off the plastic wrapper there, and I had to be extremely careful because the roots are encased into this, looks like it's just like paper towels, and it's still a little bit damp. So wherever this plant came from when I ordered it about 4 days ago from Amazon Prime, it was like they said it would be like almost 2 weeks before I'd get it. I didn't complain because we've never done anything like this before. Sometimes on the homestead, we just got to learn to be patient. That meaning I'm speaking to myself. So I'm sort of trying to hold the camera here and peel back. You're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. And we're looking at roots. Wow, look at that. And oh my goodness. Wow. So, there you go. I definitely don't want to just hurt it. Okay, wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. That thing looks like a spider web. Yeah. But they're moist. Still got the green leaves on it. We have a well here, so that's well water in that cup here that I have here. So here we go. Oh, it looks like there. Okay. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit more water in there. Sorry about the lighting. I mean, this is just like an impromptu video here. Okay, I decided to make a quick decision here. If you notice here on the plant, the roots are right there, if I can focus in. They're right up by the leaves. And this little drinking glass, it's a good size, but apparently it's not deep enough. The old spaghetti factory, I got that when we used to live in California 20 years ago. There was a restaurant, maybe it's still there in California. I've been out of California for over 15 years now, so I have no idea. But anyway, I'm going to transplant. I'm going to take it and put it into here because it's taller and hopefully it will reach. So here we go. Yeah, and you know what? Look at that. I just need to get a little bit more water at the top because those roots are exposed. There we go. So where's the countdown? So I'm gonna come over here to our cute little cuckoo clock, and there's the time right there, about 5 to 9 this Sunday morning. So I am going to, I almost want to say the leaves are just starting to accept the transition already. Wow. So, okay, so that's where I'm at right now. Hey, I'm in the van driving, as you can tell. I got so excited about getting the stevia plant that, and then the direction said, to soak it in water for an hour and to revive it, so to speak. And then I'm thinking, I know nothing about this plant, and we're supposed to pot it. We don't even have any potting soil, or we don't even have a potting vase. And what's interesting is that the directions say that it needs to be potted where the roots are at the very top of the plant. Wherever those roots are located below the leaves, that's where the dirt needs to be. And then the roots need to go straight down. They're not to be angled or crunched up in the potting plant. Or if you are able to put it in the ground right away, then you need to dig a hole deep enough, with potting, whatever the soil is that you're doing it with. It also said that if it's 85 degrees or hotter for the next 2 weeks, to keep it out of direct sunlight, because apparently that will because the plant is it's just in its infant stage, so to speak. Apparently it had sprouted there at the nursery, wherever that was, and it looks good. I'm sort of excited about it, but I know nothing about it. And we're wanting to do a harvest with stevia. And so I'm driving over here to the Decatur garden, and they're not open. They're not open. So guess what? I'm going to just have to take a chance. See, they are just full of greenhouses here. And I would have loved to be able to speak to somebody here about what they would recommend for good soil. So I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go back to Lowe's, which is not that far, maybe 2 or 3 minutes commute from here. And that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to find some type of a potting vase. And I know how long this roots are. And I will just get some good soil to put it in, because eventually we'd want to put it in the ground, but we don't have the garden boxes yet created. That's another issue that I have to get going here. So anyway, that I'm going to go that next step. I just got back from Lowe's over in Decatur, and just checking on the stevia plant since I put it in water. It's now over an hour, but look at that. It's coming back to life. The leaves are, gee, that's awesome. I just hope it's going to do the same once I plant it. we didn't have any type of soil, enriched soil, and we had no type of vase or anything. I'm taking this thing very seriously as we want to have our future involved with stevia. I need to do it the right way. So a little bit of money investment here. So we did have the watering thing. I pulled that out of the barn. That's the new planting vase. And I did get Miracle Grow, and it's the raised bed soil. I figured eventually we're going to have our raised beds, garden beds, and that's what we're going to be raising these things in. Believing we're in zone 8, so according to what I saw on the internet, we're barely making it in order to do this thing the right way. So we are very fortunate. So that's it for the second here. Well, I want to thank you for joining me in this, hopefully it's a brief video this time, of planting our first stevia plant. And I hope it will live. It does say it's a perennial. That means it should come back. I just need to make sure, I just wonder if it will repopulate itself, grow. Well, we have a mint, and that mint has just grown like a weed in our flower bed in the front of the house. And I just wonder if it's sort of similar to the mint plant. Anyway, I will do a follow-up on this later, and to give you guys an update. If this thing lives, it should get about 2 feet tall, and what I've read on the internet, it says it should get, when it's matured, about 2 feet. It can grow as tall as 2 feet. Can you imagine if you had a few garden beds of these things? And I'm all excited about it, and I'm reading up on how to dry the leaves and how to powder, make powder out of the leaves. And if this works out, it's going to be incredible. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and just thanks for watching RHFC's Fruits and Berries, and please subscribe. And I am so grateful to have you a part of our family. Take care and God bless.